Hello, my mahogany mavens. It is makeup time. Honey, today I did this little red, yellow, and green look. Something modest, not bright red, but you know. And I would love for you to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned. We're going to have more content. And just enjoy the video. Love you so much, mahogany mavens. Hello, my mahogany mavens. It is makeup time. Honey, did you miss me? Because I missed you so very much. Today we're going to do a very pretty and pink look for a pretty and pink kind of girl. And I want to talk to you guys about hitting the subscribe button. I truly, truly appreciate the views. But if you could please stop right now and hit the subscribe button. Seriously. Hit the subscribe button. I really do need your support. And this content, making content is not super easy. It's fun. I love it. But the support really makes it worth the effort. So if you could just stop right now and hit the subscribe button, I would love that. Meanwhile, let's get down into business. My mahogany mavens, honey. We have some work to do, so let's get to it. Okay, my mahogany mavens, so we're going to do this in portions. The first portion, I'm going to prep and prime using this Wet n Wild primer. I'm going to also seal it in with this setting spray so that the makeup doesn't go on greasy, but it sets as we go. But before I set it, I'm going to use this Clean Color Matte Blur Stick to smear some of the blurs and blemishes. After that, I'm going to prime the eyebrows using this l.a.colors lash glue. And then I'm going to come back with my l.a.colors brow pencil to fill in the brows. So now that you have that all down packed, let's get to work. Okay, ladies and gents, so next we're going to use this l.a.colors concealer to shape these monster eyebrows. Then we're going to come back and highlight using, some just generic highlighter. I found this old beige. When I tell you this is old, I know, do not use expired makeup, but this here, I'm just going to use this to get rid of it. And then we're going to come back with our l.a.colors liquid makeup. So let's get to it. Okay, my mavens, so for the next step, we are going to use this Maybelline Super Stay New York to contour the nose and the sides of the forehead and the cheekbones. And then we're going to highlight underneath the contour. Yes, all the things. Let's get to it. Okay, Maven, so now I'm going to come back with this Rimmel Jelly, and I'm going to prime the eyelids. Then I'm going to get a Poppin Pink out of this Ruby Kisses palette, eyeshadow palette. And then we'll add a little finishing touches. Okay, my mahogany mavens, this is our take on a Poppin Pink. It is makeup time. We did this and we did it quick too. So nonetheless, we use our infamous Dollar Tree and Dollar General products. The eyeshadow came from the beauty supply store, and the highlighted eyeshadow came from Big Lots. We used l.a.colors for the foundation. We used Maybelline for the contour, and we used Maybelline for the lips. Time to throw on some setting spray. We are now ready to go. Ready to go. Seriously, guys, please stop and hit the subscribe button. This is really, really important. Super important. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you so much. Until next time, Mahogany Mavens, it is make up time.